To what extent will AI damage the UK professional services industry in the next 5 years? The phrase professional services has always conjured an image of people in sharp suits, armed with clipboards, clip-on smiles, and the uncanny ability to bill you for 7 minutes of strategic thinking. Yet, for the first time in decades, this poised and polished ecosystem faces a genuine existential wobble. Artificial intelligence, once the stuff of science fiction and awkward corporate innovation days, now looms as both a threat and an opportunity. The next 5 years will define whether AI merely ruffles the sector's hair or gives it a full, involuntary restructuring. This essay explores, with a measured dose of British humour, the extent to which AI will damage the UK professional services industry by 2030. We'll focus on key subsectors: legal, consulting, accountancy, architecture, marketing, and others, while examining economic forces, regulatory issues, labour market shifts, and client expectations. The short answer: AI will cause harm, but not uniformly, and not always in the way sensational headlines insist. The long answer is below. 1. Setting the scene: a sector built on expertise and billable hours. Professional services in the UK encompass a sprawling landscape, from lawyers and accountants to architects, engineers, consultants, surveyors, and designers. What unites them isn't merely the reliance on professional qualifications, but the reliance on one very human asset: expert labor. Their business model is, at its core, selling time and judgment. AI has arrived with the rather rude proposition that it can provide judgments faster, cheaper, and without complaining about the temperature of the office air conditioning. For sectors accustomed to predictable competition, other firms with other humans, AI represents competition from something that doesn't sleep, doesn't charge overtime, and never asks to hop on a quick Teams call. Unsurprisingly, anxiety is spreading. Yet not all anxiety is equal, nor is all damage inevitable. 2 are its strengths: why the sector should be worried. To assess damage, one must first assess capability. And AI, in the context of professional services, has 3 devastating advantages. 2.1 Speed. What takes a paralegal 8 hours, a machine learning model may accomplish in 20 seconds. This is not subtle. A decade ago, automation shaved minutes off tasks. Today, it eliminates entire categories. 2.2 Consistency. Human professionals have bad days, troublesome clients, and inboxes full to bursting. AI has none of these issues, unless the data center lights go out. For tasks requiring consistent structuring, analysis, or report generation, AI is a ruthless replacement. 2.3 Scalability. Professional services firms can't multiply their staff overnight, not without HR spontaneously combusting. AI, however, can be scaled at will. If your competitor can generate 200 client reports per hour while you can generate 8, the market quickly reshapes. So yes, worry is justified. 3 Legal services, the canaries of the white-collar mine. If any sector is bracing itself, it's the legal industry. Law, being document-heavy, knowledge-dense, and process-driven, is an ideal playground for automation. 3.1 Document review and contract drafting. AI already drafts contracts, identifies gaps, flags risk clauses, and performs due diligence review faster than any junior solicitor. In a 5-year horizon, most grunt work done by trainees will simply evaporate. Law firms can respond in 2 ways. Embrace AI and reduce headcount, damage to employment. Resist and see clients migrate to firms who didn't. Neither option is particularly cheerful for trainee solicitors. 3.2 Litigation support. Predictive analytics can model case outcomes. AI systems can summarize witness statements, organize evidence, or even propose legal arguments. Human judgment remains essential, but the number of humans providing it will decline. 3.3 Small firm pressure. AI democratizes expertise. A solo practitioner with smart tools may offer services once reserved for firms with armies of associates. This will squeeze mid-tier firms the hardest. Extent of damage by 2030. Moderate to severe. Employment will fall in junior ranks, margins will shrink, and firms unable to integrate AI will simply fade. For accountancy, automation's favorite snack. Accountancy has been on automation's hit list long before AI became fashionable. The next 5 years accelerate a long-running trend. 4.1 Bookkeeping and compliance. AI is superb at categorizing invoices, reconciling accounts, identifying anomalies, and flagging suspicious transactions. What humans once did with calculators and caffeine becomes the domain of tidy algorithms. 4.2 Audit. Advertisement. Privacy settings. AI excels at reviewing huge datasets, identifying discrepancies, and cross-checking external data. While regulators may insist on human sign-off, the grunt work of audit, sample checks, documentation, transaction tracing, will be heavily automated. 4.3 Tax. AI can generate tax computations, alert clients to relief opportunities, prepare returns, and simulate outcomes. The next 5 years will see small firms deeply affected. Why pay hourly rates when software performs 90% of the work? 4.4 Upskilling pressure. Human accountants will need to specialize in advisory work, forensic analysis, or strategic financial planning, just to remain relevant. Not all will make the leap. Extent of damage by 2030. Severe at the low end, moderate for mid-tier, limited for experts providing high-level strategic advice. 5 Management consulting, the emperor's new algorithms. The consulting industry has always thrived on one powerful asset, mystique. Clients buy not just reports but the aura of expertise. AI threatens both. 5.1 Report generation. AI tools now produce polished research summaries, competitor analyses, market reports, and operational recommendations. What once required a team of bright graduates and 100 slide decks now requires prompts. 5.2 Strategic modeling. Predictive modeling, scenario generation, and optimization algorithms increasingly outperform human analysts. Consultants who rely on producing data-heavy reports will see demand shrink. 5.3 Client relationships, the last refuge. Clients still value human reassurance, especially when facing transformative decisions. Consultants who offer pure analysis may suffer, those who offer facilitation, change management, and organizational psychology will survive longer. 5.4 The irony. Consultants are selling AI to their clients, which will subsequently reduce the need for consultants. A self-inflicted wound, but wrapped in a billable invoice. Extent of damage by 2030. Moderate. The industry is likely to survive but will be forced to reinvent its value proposition. 6 Architecture and engineering, creativity meets calculation. These fields require creativity, precision, and compliance with regulations. They are not immune to AI, but the effects differ from those in law or accounting. 6.1 Design automation. AI can already generate dozens of design concepts in seconds. Structural calculations, energy modeling, and materials optimization will be largely automated within 5 years. 6.2 Human oversight still crucial. You still need a human to make sure the building looks good, fits local planning constraints, and doesn't fall over in a stiff breeze. Clients value aesthetic judgment, something AI struggles to replicate entirely. 6.3 Economic pressure. The biggest damage will be financial. Firms that traditionally build many work hours for iterations and documentation will find clients expecting faster results at lower cost. Extent of damage by 2030. Moderate. Workflows will change dramatically, but humans will remain central to design decisions. 7 Marketing, PR, and creative agencies, a mixed bag of threat and opportunity. 7.1 Content generation. AI can write advertising copy, social media posts, press releases, blog articles, slogans, and product descriptions. Entire content departments may shrink. 7.2 Visual design. AI image and video generators already produce campaign concepts in minutes. Junior designers, traditionally the backbone of agencies, are most at risk. 7.3 Client strategy. However, branding is emotional, political, and cultural. Clients still want human understanding and insights. AI may enhance creative work, but replacing high-level brand consultancy is unlikely. Extent of damage by 2030. Moderate. The most routinized creative tasks will be automated. 8 Human resources and recruitment, the awkward case of self-automating bureaucracy. Recruitment has long been criticized for relying on buzzwords, keyword matching, and selective enthusiasm. AI can perform much of this with alarming efficiency. 8.1 CV screening. Algorithms identify skill matches, summarize profiles, and shortlist candidates far faster than human recruiters. 8.2 Interview analysis. AI systems analyze video interviews, tone, and behavioral indicators. Whether this is wise is debatable, but adoption is accelerating. 8.3 HR operations. Policy updates, onboarding flows, compliance tracking, payroll error detection, these are prime candidates for automation. Extent of damage by 2030. Moderate. Human judgment is still needed for final hiring decisions, but operational roles will reduce. 9 Real estate surveying and valuation. 9.1 Automated valuations. AVMS, automated valuation models, are already widely used. RE-enhanced models will erode the lower tiers of the valuation market. 9.2 Property analysis. Market forecasting, rental projections, investment profiling, all susceptible to automation. 9.3 Surveying. Physical surveys still require humans, but analysis will become automated. Expect fewer junior surveyors. Extent of damage by 2030. Low to moderate. Automation affects desk work more than field work. Advertisement. Privacy settings. 10 drivers of damage, economics, culture, and client expectations. 10.1 Cost pressure. In a tough economic climate, clients will favor firms using AI to keep costs down. Those who refuse will lose competitiveness. 10.2 Labor market dynamics. AI reduces demand for junior roles first. This threatens the traditional talent pipeline. Firms may struggle with future succession. 10.3 Regulatory ambiguity. Regulators often move slowly. Lack of clarity on AI liability may temporarily slow down automation, but not by much. 10.4 Cultural resistance. Some partners still print their emails. This will slow adoption in legacy firms, but younger firms will run leaner and more digitally. 11 Damage, but not destruction. AI is not likely to destroy the professional services sector, but it will absolutely refactor it. The coming damage will take several forms. 11.1 Reduced employment. Especially among junior ranks, administrative roles, analysts, paralegals, assistant accountants, and content creators. 11.2 Margin compression. Clients will not pay old prices for AI-driven work. Firms must adapt their pricing models. 11.3 Skills mismatch. Existing staff may not have the skills required to operate AI-augmented systems. 11.4 Market fragmentation. Small firms empowered by AI may challenge mid-tier incumbents. 12 Survivors and thrivers, who wins? 12.1 Firms using AI to amplify, not replace. Professionals who embrace AI as a partner, rather than seeing it as a usurper, will produce better outcomes faster. 12.2 Specialists. Deep expertise, complex relationships, negotiation skills, cross-disciplinary insight, these remain human-led. 12.3 Trusted advisors. No amount of AI can replicate the reassurance of a calm human voice saying, "Don't worry, we've got this." 13 The humorous bit. 5-year predictions, not entirely serious. Lawyers will use AI to draft contracts, then bill clients for supervision anyway. Consultants will claim AI was their idea all along. Accountants will automate 90% of their work and quietly celebrate the reduction in spreadsheets. Marketers will use AI to create ads for AI selling more AI. HR will use AI to automate bureaucratic processes, freeing them up to create new bureaucratic processes. 14 Conclusion. How much damage, really? By 2030, AI will have significantly reshaped the UK professional services industry. The damage will be severe for entry-level administrative and analytical roles, moderate for mid-level professionals, limited for specialists and client-facing experts. The sector will survive, but it will not look the same. It will be leaner, faster, and more technologically dependent. Firms that adapt will thrive, firms that cling to tradition will become case studies in business textbooks, likely written by AI. In short, AI will damage the UK professional services industry, but it will not break it. It will prune the weak branches and force the rest to grow stronger.